Yeah. Okay.
You caught a crowd.
He's a Nazi?
No, he's not a Nazi. Don't you see that insignia? Iron crosses? How do you know he didn't survive World War I?
Doesn't matter, he's still a Nazi. I think he's a Nazi.
I think it's a Nazi.
I think he's a Nazi.
Tell?
I mean, he's a German shepherd, for God's sake. How the hell more obvious can this get?
All right, we'll make it easy. Take him outside and shoot him.
Yep, take him outside and shoot him. Easy to shoot him. Hey, go ahead. Yeah.
Actually, take him outside. Don't shoot him.
Okay, wait,
to my room.
Actually, I got a better idea. Shooting is too good. Take him outside and rape him. With the knife?
And take video.
Yes.
Just take him outside, shoot him.
Yeah.
By the way, don't go uploading this thing to YouTube. You guys had to pay for it. Don't give it away to free for anybody here, all right?
Yeah. That's one of those things. It's like, I mean, it's not like we're like trying to censor it or anything, but you guys had to pay for this. Why are you going to give it to people who didn't have to pay for it?
Yeah. And I told my boss I stopped drinking last year, so...
And yeah, and he lied big time because he's a liar.
No.
You liar.
No, I told the truth. I did stop drinking that night.
For 5 minutes? Yeah, there you go.
I had to. I was asleep.
You can't drink and sleep and say, well, I have.
Well, you can. I've seen it.
I can actually sleep and barf at the same time. I've done it.
I've seen you do that too.
Yeah, oh really? I'm sorry.
What? Dude, I was cleaning my sheets for Kage in my guest bed. I was cleaning the sheets in the guest bed, yes.
Yes.
The guest bed in my living room that he was sleeping in. My living room.
Yeah.
Guest bed.
Sure.
Let's change the subject. Holy shit, a distraction! So, how you been?
I've been fine.
Great.
How many people in this room are not from the United States of America originally?
Whoa!
Excellent.
Wow.
I'd like to see that.
Holy mackerel. Okay, all right. Wait, how many people are not from the United States of America or the Dominion of Canada? Yeah, there you go.
In other words, how many people are not from the United States of America or the 51st state of America?
It's like America Light.
Oh, I'm gonna get the figures down from the Canadians. Like, fuck you,
If
right?
you look at a map, I mean, it even says
Fuck
on the
you,
map,
right,
it
right,
says
Ozer?
United States, just like the United States, except for the French part over here. Oh, is Briag out there? He'll throw things at me.
You always say when you piss off a Canadian, because they're like, oh, that was just a wrong, oh no, why did you do that? Oh. It's a bad thing to, oh, don't you know that was so bad to do, oh, you hoser. Yeah, it's like oh, I pissed off a Canadian, damn it. Fuck. Now they're going to use harsh language at me. Shit. As Robin Williams said, Canada is kind of like, do you hear it?
No, what did he say?
He said Canada's like a loft apartment over a really great party. I didn't make that one up, man. That was Robin Williams.
All right, so since we're talking about Canada, our precious and beloved neighbors.
I love Canadians. I've been there. I love the place, actually.
Is there anybody here who is from the province of Newfoundland and Labrador? No? No Newfies out there? Next door? Nova Scotia. That's pretty close.
You see that guy sitting there? You notice how he has red hair?
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Because freedom.
That's it.
Right there. Because freedom.
I traveled to Newfoundland. Now, Newfoundland is interesting because Newfoundland was settled by space aliens in 1911.
This is a fact.
And they brought with them a tongue that human beings cannot speak.
Oh, yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah. I went to Newfoundland and I went to get on a bus and the bus said, oh, buddy, they're here too. I'm like, see.
Yeah. Si, senor.
Yes. I spent 4 days there in St. John's, did not understand a word anybody said. Some bizarre mixture of English, French, Vulcan,
and Voldemort. Yeah,
it's just totally undecipherable. The only person I understood, I was watching the fishing vessels come in. And one of them came in, I saw him come in, it was like, he's coming in pretty hot. I mean, he's like, coming into the slip. He pulled in, and I saw him hit the reverse on the engines. This big spray of water came up, but he just plowed into the vessel ahead of him, caved in the stern of the vessel, and the skipper of the vessel in front came out and said, "Hey, you're putting the fucking in, I'm putting fucking in, I'm gonna fucking in, I'm gonna fucking in, and fuck." I understood that.
So, how many people here are from Australia? We got one. Oh, this is gonna be sad. Aussie. Oh, come
all
on.
right.
Give us the oys.
Give it to us. Give us the oi.
Give us the oi.
It's like he said, the only people together are not Australia.
How can you tell an emo Australian? Aussie. Oi.
All right, maybe he just didn't understand us. Fosters. There you go. Anybody?
Beer.
Anyone here from
Europe? How many people from Europe?
Europe. What part? Switzerland. Poland. England. That's not really Europe. That's like Canada Light.
How many Germans are in the room?
Deutsches, wo bist du? What? Right, we shot the only German in the audience.
There are no Germans in the room. For once, the Polish, they outnumber them.
Normally, I'm the one stepping over that line.
Oh, come on. Hey, this is a long time ago. You know, I found something very, very interesting going over to Europe is that you go over there, Americans, if you've never been over to Europe, you mention the word Germany, and instantly you see a swastika in your head.
Yeah.
You see goose-stepping dudes. You go over to Germany and you talk about World War II over there and they're like, that's over.
That was so long ago.
They actually don't understand why Americans are still holding on to this thing, because for them it's over. Even between like Germans and Poland and France, they're all hanging out over there, drinking beer and chilling out. It's like, you remember that shit? Well, but Americans are still like, oh, Germany is Nazis and shit.
We're number one. We won. Yeah, that's right.
They're over there like sharing beer now, and we're kind of like, you know, they want to share beer with us too, but we're like kind of like Nazis, and they're like, no, and so we don't get beer. And it's sad for us because we could be getting more beer. That is my justification for this entire story, is that we could have more beer. I'm such an alcoholic.
But the nice thing is they are easygoing about it, so I can get away with shit that I guess most other people would just shoot me over.
Yeah, well,
see, Eurofurence is the European Furry Convention. Yep. Oilfurence. It's hard. They were supposed to be in a different European Union nation every year. Well, 3 years in a row they were in Germany.
Yep.
And it was...
The French!
Of course, the French. The French, you know, this is long. It's supposed to be in a different nation every year, and you Germans are monopolizing the conversation, and what do we do? So the Germans said, all right, who wants it? And the room went quiet. But way in the back, a little hand from the Czech Republic went up. And the Germans said, all right, cha-cha. And everybody else went, no! No, God, no!
The Czech Republic.
Not there! Oh, Jesus Christ. And the message boards, mostly Germans are like, we will not go, we are boycotting, we will not go, we are not going to go.
It'd be like moving Anthrocon to Idaho.
Well, I mean, it's still Eurofurence. I got on the message board and said, what's the problem? Why don't you want to go? And they said, we refuse to go to the Czech Republic. I said, you didn't have a problem in 1939.
Yeah. By the way, the French, did you hear about this new tank that the French are developing?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it has a rear view mirror so they can see the war.
I'd smack him from my French friends, but he's too far away.
I have a lot of friends. No, I'm sorry. They probably actually wrote that joke.
Yeah.
Knowing that, life is hard, so it is.
I love the French. The French are wonderful people.
The French are so awesome. They have this, attitude of, whatever happens, it just happens. Life is hard. So it is. You people invented gay, didn't you? And cigarettes. So it is. It's like, God, you invented gay and cigarettes. Did AIDS come from here? What? I heard a few O's. Did I step over the line? Oh dear.
We're just waiting to see how far across the line we can step before somebody throws a grenade at us.
I didn't script that out.
Yep.
Damn, it just came out of my mouth.
But for example, when I describe Eurofurence, the fact that these guys are remarkable, creative, efficient, amazing.
Beautiful.
And I tell people, unabashedly, the Germans do not do anything halfway. Just ask Poland.
It's fact.
One of these days, that grenade's gonna come flying up and potato masher. It'll be a drama grenade.
The only people who would tell you that Germans do things halfway would be the Russians. Hey.
Got him!
Close. Very close that time.
I mean, Russians, they must have had an equivalent word for Deutschensickle. Because the winners there, they were not prepared for it. The Germans rushed in and went froze solid. The Russians are standing out there half naked going, what is this? Yes.
They walk up with little hammers and go tap the Germans.
Yes. These people are not used to the cold. Why, just shoot them in the head. Okay, clink, clink, clink. And you ask them if the Germans do things halfway. It's like, no, it wasn't even a quarter, so.
This is why we asked where people were from.
Yeah. There are Russians that go to Eurofurence every year.
Yeah, we can hear them at 4 a.m.
Scary. They're frightening. They are pretty frightening because, we've had a lot of experiences. We've run up against, Scottish people and Germans that have been, like, oh, you're too